Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the top right side as the north that color schemes mix up. Spawn on the bottom side as the magenta Wehrmacht player. We have a foreign name. Spawn as ally as the red OKW player. We have Fairy Dreamin, who's immediately locked in the elite armor doctrine. Spawn on the north side as the blue Soviets. We have the 101st Airborne, who is not going for the 101st Airborne. And as the yellow Soviets, we have Comrade. That is actually an appropriate name, unlike his teammate. Yep, everything seems good. Bitrate seems like it's holding up. Don't have dropped any frames just yet. Good. Conscripts and combat engineers making their way towards the center of the map as the storm pioneers are pushing on the center as well. I am so used to casting this map in Company Heroes 1, it's getting a little bit... It's sort of hurting my head a bit. I'm trying to see the points right here, but those points just no longer exist because of the Company Heroes 2 version. That they're just not points there. We got some wire going on down, very nice. Do have a Maxim being deployed on out, so we do have a Maxim opener and a penal opener over here. He has not gone for second combat engineer nor a conscript, so he's a little bit slow. But he is fighting against Wehrmacht, which is also a little bit slow in the beginning as well. But he will need to deploy out a scout car in order to flank the MG42. Probably with a flamer. Storm Pioneers pushing the way forward. There are some wire being deployed right there, and will be finished up now. He wants to get that wire down to stop the heavy cover being utilized by his opponent. On the right side, we've got some penals over here, getting some good damage there into the Pioneer. I hear an MG42 firing away against the combat engineers. They do get suppressed there, especially thanks to the negative cover. And down south, we do have these forces behind some heavy cover as well. 221 being deployed out by the OKW player. And still no other doctrines just locked in just yet. MG42 will find the combat engineers once again, getting suppressed no problem. And in fact, there's going to be a lot of fire coming out from the MG42. Yeah, it gets fully pinned almost immediately thanks to the negative cover. Penal squads are advancing. He's maintained the comm engineers there to allow the Penal charge forward for a satchel charge. He has enough munitions for a satchel charge. But it is going to get suppressed right there. He didn't throw the satchel off. He didn't go for a proper flank either and gets pinned down there. That was a huge misplay there. Should have kept on running around the side in order to throw that satchel charge. And this Penal squad tried to go for flank, but getting ripped apart by two Grenadiers, getting outnumbered. He's actually prone to being wiped at this moment. He's charging him down. It's unlikely he'll get a wipe, but it is a possibility. Two Maxims have been deployed now. Hope we'll see a PM42 in order to gauge these forces, at least the cluster behind heavy cover. Though, I suppose he's fighting against OKW, not Wehrmacht, so it doesn't need to pull out a mortar per se. It is PM42, right? Am I going crazy? Yeah, PM41, not 42. Volks Grenadiers are behind the heavy cover there. One of the models getting knocked around quite a bit. It's almost like chasing that 221. He's getting some damage there onto the conscripts, maintain the max range, but the conscripts are behind heavy cover and does find a little angle there to continue firing. We have these forces now pushing their way forward. Over here we do have the Penal squads coming to support as well. We do not see PTRS upgrades right here, and the 221 will continue firing, but we will have the MG42 firing against the Penal squad. They do find a flanking opportunity. One of the models just exposed enough to be not to be flanked, and he will get suppressed. Grenadiers are right here with the Grenadiers and combat engineers advancing. The Soviet player will likely win out versus the Grenadiers. Another Penal squad charging on forward. This one's still suppressed. He is rotating his fire here. He will need to hop over the fence. He's not rotating the gun at the moment. We've got the Grenadiers right here. He needs to maintain fire on the suppressed Penal squad to prevent them from regaining they're feeding, but we got this penal squad also crawling on forward, hopping over the fence. He's approaching from multiple angles. He's rotating over, fires a rifle grenade to that building, but was focused on the door and not on the windows. Satchel charge has been thrown, but he does get out of the building in time, and the building did not get fully collapsed. There's a good chance he will still get wiped by the high explosive. He's heading on up. He will fire some shots there. There could be a good chance they will get suppressed, and the models are a bit exposed. Unless this whole region is AoE heavy cover, which could be a possibility. I would say it'd be good map design if it is technically all heavy cover. And we've got the combat engineers now falling away. Conscripts do hop inside the building, and the autocannon itself can actually pose a threat to the structure, destroying it. On the left side, we do have the Volksgrenadier behind some heavy cover there, and it sounds like a lag is now firing on the Maxim's last known position. Penal squads making their advance. They will stop the capture there by the Pioneers. Pioneers only have 2 MP40s remaining thanks to the Minesweeper. And the 222 is not exactly strong enough to ward away the Penals from... The Penals will likely fall back before fully capture the point. He does have the Field Infirmary upgrade as well.
The enemy has taken out the Y sector.
Quad half-track, unusually rare item, but has been thrown out, which can be very effective versus the scout car as well. Both Grenadiers are behind heavy cover there. They will see some Maxim fire. Light getting a decent hit right there. Some AoE, not a whole lot. But the Volksgrenadiers, of course, allow him to spot that Maxim, no problem. Second Maxim's charging on forward. Another minor splash hit there, which can be useful. And now we have some Guards, Riflemen now advancing, getting another good hit there, getting nice small splashes there. I think he was going for another satchel charge there, but he's getting ripped apart by the 222. Those actually throw a satchel charge there very, very late. The garrison will, of course, easily get demolished there. And now we do have some PPSHs being deployed now. He has selected the airborne troop tactics. Penal PPSHs do fall back. And now we do have the 221 now advancing. Does have the stealth detection, but there's nothing stealth to detect. I heard the Vickenwerfer firing. The Vickenwerfer does roll a miss there on the quad half-track. 222 maybe was trying to eye an angle there on the quad half-track, but was unsuccessful. The half-track started making, not a half-track, the 222 started making the advance, and will be forced back the Penals, no problem. On the left side, we got the 221 now evading and getting gunned down by the AA half-track. The Vickenwerfer does find an angle there. He will need to fall back a bit more. The Vickenwerfer still in radius fires and takes out the AA half-track. The 223 Salver is even severely vulnerable to rifle fire, so he needs to keep that away. Maxim and PTRSs pushing the way forward, penal PTRSs, so we've got another doctrinal lock-in of the mechanized support tactics. It will bring in the Guards Rifle and the ISU 152. And Maxim's severely wounded and needs to fall back. He does have conscripts to emerge. Lag does get a decent hit there on the guards, and we do have this Maxim pushed the way forward. We do have also the Field Infirmary upgraded as well. Battle Group HQ, sheer Panzer Quarters being upgunned. And on the right side, for the Wehrmacht player, we do have Tier 2 built, Battle Phase 1 only. You can research Battle Phase 2 right now. And we do have an MG bunker here to support the MG42, so it's very, very a hard point here. The bunker, of course, can be destroyed quite easily by a satchel charge. These Pinos will make a good flanking run there, but he will get knocked around by the 222, allowing the Grenadiers to get some good damage onto them. But of course, he does fall back when his other forces will fall back as well. The conscripts here does spot the sheer pan supporters, and we got some great hits there with Lag onto the Maxim. We got Incendiary Grenade thrown right there, very nice. And we do have the rally point here, a forward retreat point for the Soviet player now being gunned down. Conscripts here are behind heavy cover there, and there is a PM41 mortar, which could be very useful, but the Maxim's getting ripped off that lag. He needs that PM41 to just be a counter barrage. Not state, but use it for counter barraging. There we go. Conscripts here are getting hit significantly by these Volksgrenadiers. We've got more and more mortar shots there onto the Granada, onto the PM41. Multiple, a blob of PPSH Pinos with one unupgraded PPSH or Pino could get the PTRS upgrade. And getting some good damage there onto that Pino thanks to the backdrop for the autocannon. PPSHs start making their advance. We of course do have the machine gun bunker in a very good position here. He needs to swing out even wider. And this MG42 is in a good position as well, but there is an angle here. He can bully around the Pinos with the PTRF, with the 222. He is trying to stop him from using the smoke rounds there. We do have something being called on in. It is an infantry strafing run. PPSH Pinos are now going to eye the flank, but he will run to an MG34 in the center of the map. Conscripts are behind some heavy cover there. And 222 will be forced back to combat engineers. We've got more supplies being dropped on off and maybe more PPSHs. Yep, very likely PPSHs. We do have a Katusha being deployed on now, which should be pretty effective versus the Maxims, all the support weapons. And you saw the Pack 40 earlier, so a T-34 would be useful, but not 100% guaranteed. Volksgrenadiers are behind the heavy cover there. So are the conscripts, but it looks like the conscripts are still quite wounded. Past some lag rounds landed near them, such as right there. Combat engineers are falling them back. PTRS Pinos have been upgraded for DP-28s. And up north, we do have the conscripts being forced back. Looks like some sort of incendiary effect there. Maybe Volksgrenadiers threw out an incendiary grenade. Of course, we do have some Obsats now behind some heavy cover. We do have the Maxim here does get decrewed, and we have that suppressive fire state, so he's constantly firing massive bursts, suppressing even the Volksgrenadier behind heavy cover, but that may have been AoE suppression there from the Obsatsen. The Guards riflemen here are behind a little bit of light cover, a little bit of no cover, and the mortars now running on top of the Volksgrenadiers. Grenadiers coming for a nice flank there, trying to take out that mortar team, and it will get decrewed, no problem. And a very close range mortar. That was actually one that even managed to see the arc on the top of our screen. The Maxim here will get some suppressive fire there on the Volksgrenadier as the mortar been captured up by the Grenadiers. Panzer IV has been deployed out in the field, should be effective with the infantry. Yellow's currently going for T-34-76. Neither player has T-34-85s. Katusha has been deployed. There's no AT, not even PTRS Pinos. He should have got at least one squad of PTRS Pinos and left it unupgraded just in case of a vehicle of some sort. Hell, would it be even useful versus the bunker and the 222. But now, Blue has no ATS on the field and has a massive threat to his forces out on the field, which can go around and fight uncontested. T-34-76 is making his advance. Another strafing run onto the Maxim, getting some great damage there. T-34-76 may find a good hit there, but he will get hit by the Panzer IV, and will likely get a second shot off, but the second shot does roll a massive miss there. And the T-34-76 nailed his own conscripts. Likely it wasn't winning any engagement either way, but his first kill was 2 friendlies. Ooh. Another penal model does go down. We got the 222 now charging for it, hunting down the Katusha. Thanks to the, no, he doesn't have infantry awareness utilized because they have prioritized fire. But we do have the now fresh T-34-76 trying to save the Katusha. It would take more than one volley to take out that Katusha, so it does receive a hit there, but not enough to kill it. Far from it. Pino PPS Sieges do manage to flank the bunker, and he will manage to finally get off this satchel charge.
We have a forward structure under attack.
The bunker does go down, freeing up quite a bit of room for the blue Soviet player. T-34-76 skirmishing around with its 76 millimeter to engage these Volks Grenadiers. And now we do have the Grenadiers getting some damage onto that. Ooh. Nope, no squad wipe there. I don't know why I felt like a squad wipe was coming. A third Grenadier being deployed now. I'm not so sure how many Grenadiers he had the entire game, but I don't know why, but 2 seem like what all we've seen this entire game.
And heavy tanks are now available.
Does destroy the wire there, but he also destroyed the tractor. And now he's more hitting these heavy cover itself. He's destroyed the heavy cover before destroying the wire. Over here, some sort of air strafing run was there that was a rocket run, completely whiffing against the Panzer IV. Stealth AT gun in the mix, which can be useful. And now Katusha Barrage raining on in over here, trying to displace this MG42, scattering in front and behind, getting some good damage there. And here comes our last volley. The Grenadiers, are they going to go forward for first aid? This would be a great time for first aid. Yes, we're seeing first aid. Guards pushing the way forward up to the cover, but does get suppressed by the MG434. And he's still mostly light cover there, so he will see more and more suppression, but of course it does get forced back thanks to a strafing run. T-34-76 does receive a hit there from the Panzer IV and from the PaK-40, though the T-34-76 does manage to back out of there. Pino PTRSs actually have been deployed out there, so he's lost one of his Pino squads, got a fresh one out for PTRSs, and now here comes the PPSHs to engage from the flanks. There is a teller mine there, which could be important, as the captured PM41 mortar does get forced back. Sheriff Panzer Quarters is still in the region. Maxon's still firing away, but he may get decreased by the lag. Guardsmen behind the heavy cover there. T-34 does receive a hit from the cannon warfare and does roll a miss there on the Obstats, and Volksgrenadier survives, but barely. both Grenadiers are making their advance. And the Guards Riflemen do throw a frag grenade. Relatively effective, but not super great. King Tiger has been pulled out by Red. He has upgraded that 221 to a 223 and is now improving some basic income. You can see here, gives some additional 3, additional 5 income. It's basically the same thing with like the Opal Bullet supply trucks. They give you the effects of 2 caches, 1 munitions, 1 fuel, but only for yourself, not for your teammates. Here comes a rocket run, gains some damage there onto the Panzer IV. He does manage to survive, however. On the left side, we've got the King Tiger now advancing, trying to engage this T-34-76. There is a stealth Ziscon here, but a single Ziscon will have trouble versus a King Tiger.
Close air support is available.
I thought those combat engineers won't get wiped out there. But here comes a straight through run over here. Does suppress both of these penal squads. And they're suppressed in the state. They can get fully crushed easily by a tank. Going for another satchel charge, trying to destroy this bunker. And the satchel charge is good. Guardsmen may go actually, not guardsmen, Grenadiers may go down there. Panzer Force engaging as well. PTRS is trying to rotate the fire. Pioneers need to start chasing down that PTRS squad. And get some good damage there onto the PTRS squad, and does get decrewed there by the PPSHs. PTRS squad is falling back, which is focus firing destruction of the MG42. And so is the Wehrmacht player. So both sides want that MG42 dead. Guard squad does get ripped. Not guards. Grenadiers do get ripped apart by the PPSHs, especially with the large amount of veterancy as well. The PAC-40 is now trying to back away, but splitting the fire between the cache and the PAC-40. The fresh Grenadier squad is pushing the way forward, and this one's a vetted LMG equipped one. King Tiger has received a bit of fire there, passed from the Ziscon, who is camouflaged at the moment. PAC-40 does get a good hit there, and we do have the King Tiger backing away a little bit. And here comes Katusha Barrage somewhere over here. Grenadiers are managed to avoid that fire. This guard... Why am I keep on saying guards? Grenadiers are going to be advancing now. Grenadiers do fall on back as the Panzer IV makes its way forward. The Panzer IV is Veterancy 2, the T-34 is on Veterancy 1, but severely close to Veterancy 2. Tellermine has employed right there, so both these Tellermines are still up and going. This penal squad may actually get fully wiped. T-34 is now advancing, and that penal squad does fully get wiped there by the LMGs. This penal squad is advancing, but we'll see quite a bit of fire there. The other Grenadier squad that's severely wounded does fall back as well. T-34 advancing. King Tiger is a little bit wounded there, and we do have a ram there. Does get damage into there. Here comes a rocket run from the Guards Airborne, but most of those rockets have nailed the building, so he does not get a good hit there. The T-44 is charging forward. It's 2 shots away from death. Does find a good angle there. Does slide the ram. Oh! I forgot that you can actually block the ram. He blocked the ram with the flak half-track. It's not every day you're actually able to have a possibility of doing that, let alone actually doing that. That could have been a massive mistake there, but... And now it's sort of dancing, because it's sort of stuck inside the carcass, but that was really lucky for the OKW players. Better to lose that flak half-track that has no idea what it's doing right now, because it can't crush the carcass. And so it's having trouble backing away. And now Magenta has to play out a Panther to support out his Panzer IV. The Panther, of course, will hard counter the T-34-76. There's at least one. The second one being deployed now. The second Katusha has also been deployed. The first one still wounded from the scout car. And nice mortar hit there on the Vegan Warfare. The Vegan Warfare will need to fall back. Good hit there onto the conscript.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Guard. Grenadiers do fall back. Severely wounded, but will manage to escape onto there. Looks like this Panzer IV may have found Pino satchel charge. Something was blown up there. Not sure what was though. The T-34. It may have been rammed with the T-34 actually. King Tiger started making his advance. Maybe Iron to get some good damage in. We got some. Looks like a strafing run trying to hit the Volks Grenadiers. And the aircraft does get shot down, even though it was a single strafing run. ISU 152 now has been flooded out there as the Panzer IV starting to blitz away. Volks Grenadiers trying to make their advance, but they will get suppressed there by the Maxim, and does find a flare mine on retreat. Two Katyushas are making their advance. There's a lot of targets over them over here. Grenadiers, MG42, PaK-40. Over here, we have some light vehicles for them. Got the infrared half-track and the flak half-track. King Tiger still has a marked target onto him. And he's almost eventually once assumed he'll have the spearhead ability. Over here we have the Panzer IV now advancing. Doesn't get any hits there. ISU 152 does roll a miss there. It's currently loaded with high explosives. And here comes a Katyusha barrage in as well. Panzer Warfare barrage also running on in, but the Panzer Warfare barrage didn't miss. The flak half-track may go down. The Eagle Owl may also go down as well. It does go down here. Strafer run being deployed on out, which could potentially gun down the flak half-track. And the rocket run does destroy the half-track, but barely. Most of the rounds actually hit the HQ. On the right side, we do have the Pino PTRSs falling on back. Left side, ISU does find a good hit there on the MG34. Grenadiers are making the advance. There is an SU-85 here, as well as some medical crates for the Pino PTRSs. Trying to go forward with 4 Panzerfaust. He will get the Panzerfaust off on the ISU 152. Fire shot off there, but rolls a miss. And he will go and buff out that damage engine, no problem. King Tiger's making his advance, does not have Spearhead activated. He's still barely away from the Spearhead attack as he's not at one just at this moment. Straight from run onto the lag. Panzer Force pushes away forward, Comrade will find penal PTRSs, get a handful of shots into him. S-35 makes its advance as well. S-35 is a good option for a roundup blues composition because it's just lacking effective anti-vehicle. Magenta's Panther is still very much alive and a nice flanking opportunity. He knows it exists because it has two kills at the moment. And now we got some good hits there onto the Vegan Warfare, fully decruising it, and the next set of rockets may fully destroy it. The Vegan Warfare does fully go down there. Panzer IV fell back to the repair HQ, and the penal PPS just fall back as well. Maxim is starting to fire away against these Grenadiers. Volksgrenadiers are also in the mix. We may see a satchel charge here. I don't know why it feels like a satchel charge is about to come out, but both these squads are currently suppressed. However, the incendiary grenade was actually thrown, and there's a high explosive rounds point blank into these forces. Fresh Volksgrenadiers going to be tagging in to capture the point, and Jagdpanzer being deployed on out, which should be effective versus the armored assets.
Enemy down to 100 points.
Shot does bounce on the ISU-152. Ooh, and a good hit there onto the Grenadiers. They do fall back for 3 of the models, so not a whole lot of manpower bleed there. Jagdpanzer does find a hit there, and now have a spear-headed King Tiger making its advance. Panzer Warfare Barrage may finish off this one squad. Great hits there onto that other penal squad, forcing back 2 of the squads. King Tiger finds a decent hit there, but does suppress the penals. Jagdpanzer's making his mix. Armor-piercing rounds being loaded up on the ISU-152. Does get direct hit there on the Jagdpanzer. Direct hit there on the penals as well. Katyusha Barrage raining on in, getting some good damage all across the line. Panzer IV and Panther does receive some pens there and falling back. Definitely hit there, blitzing away, a sneeze away from death. Grenadier trying to push his way forward, capture the point. Got a dropped PTRS here. It's not a great item for any of these squads. Conscripts can't pick it up since they have a 7-man squad upgrade. And the smoke rounds there, it's going to be a stalemate when capturing points. We may see Molotovs, we may see grenades thrown. Volksgrenadiers are charging forward. That's going to be a great target for the ISU-152, who is still a little armor-piercing rounds, but can use a concrete round. Direct hit there on those Obasansons. The Obasansons need to fall back. They're actually going to get wiped out currently. They do get wiped out. Do drop an MG-34. Deadly hit there by the King Tiger tank. Very good mortar hit there as well by the PM-41. And now we've got multiple strafing runs coming in from multiple players. The Grenadiers here will get nailed by it as well. And actually prone being wiped by the ISU-152. Very close to death there. Heat rounds are just utilized. PTRS has been picked up by the combat engineers, and this one does get decaptured.
We have lost a machine gun.
Good hit there. King Tiger makes an advance. The Okuno player has a lot of munitions, 600 munitions, so he has plenty to call in Panzer Commander artillery, as well as heat rounds. The second S-25 has deployed now, which should be very effective. However, the PaK-40 will cover the retreat. Panther does roll a miss there. Well, the PaK-40 does get another pen.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
These telemines are still up, which could be important, but against SU-85s, it's unlikely that they're going to be tripped anytime soon.
Stuka's ready for strafing mission.
2 Panzer Warfers have been deployed on out. Both of the Axis players have plenty of infantry. Got a T-34, Su-85, and ISU-152, and now Katusha. While the 2 Katusha Su-85s are still here, we have some guards airborne. And here comes another Panzer Warfare barrage. Both the Panzer Warfers by the looks of it, and completely whiffed. PPSH is pushing way forward. That's the last remaining PPSH penals. Ooh. All PPSH penals do go down. King Tiger scores a deadly hit there. Eagle Owl may go down there. Looks like he has rebuilt the Eagle Owl. Pack 40 with arm piercing round does connect, or stun round. Panzer IV and Panther now charging forward. King Tiger and Jagdpanzer need to start advancing as well. Does go ahead and call in a rocket run, and it's going to be successful. Great hits there onto the Panther. Sufus. Good hit there. On the right side, we've got the guards forcing back the guards airborne. They have thrown a smoke grenade there. It's hard to see, or not able to be seen, but it was thrown off a screen, but it was actually thrown. Mark target aircraft does get shot down. Jagdpanzer severely wounded. King Tiger's making his advance, trying to cover the Jagdpanzer. Guards airborne was not camouflaged there as started to get gunned down. And you have the guardsmen behind the heavy cover there of the carcass of the downed Su-85, which is a good hard point for them. They could potentially stay there for quite some time. We've got these grenadiers now advancing. The guards rifles should be able to get some good hits in.
The enemy is gaining a foothold. We are down to a...
We have another strafing run coming forward, or it could just be a recon run. Nope, it's a recon pass. And now have a Panzer Warfare barrage raining on in. Getting some great hits there. Conscript squad here will receive an incendiary grenade. And now here comes the strafing run. Doesn't get any suppression right there, but the T-5476 doesn't really have any competition in the region. King Tiger is sort of dancing around in front of the Jagdpanzer, stopping proper movement, which will prevent the T-34 from being displaced. ISU-152 may get a good shot onto the Pioneer. And the Pioneer squad does get fully wiped there. There was a strafing run over here to stop the guards airborne from catching the point. The Allies have a severely lack of tickets compared to their opponent. 89 tickets to 276. Now we do have some more supply drops coming on in. Ammunition supply drops, which will be very useful for the Wehrmacht player. The OKW player has enough munitions for the rest of the game. He needs to be a bit just wasteful with coordinated barrage. Same munitions, and he's able to call in a lot of them. So just be wasteful at this one time. He does actually decrew this Katusha, but it got abandoned, not destroyed. So he's able to repair it and recover it. IR half-track pushes his way forward, which will be spotting everything. We do have the penal squad here. And now here comes some more Katusha barrages right now in. There may have been... Nope, there's just 2 models down, not a wipe. On the right side, we got the guards airborne. Throws out a frag grenade. Decent frag grenade, but he is suppressed there and against... Oh no, he does recover from the suppression. And these MG42 was smoked out, so he could not actually engage. But the reinforcing guards, Grenadier squad should be able to capture the point. Maybe deploy out bunker over here since they're having so much issues with it. Good hits there. Yeah, Panzer out the Veteran C1 and Veteran C2 is able to increase a small amount of health, which is able to withstand another shot. Over here, we got the Volksgrenadier now advancing, but there's a Maxim still in the region with 1 member. More aircraft flying about. And now we've got a rocket run. Trying to hit the King Tiger, got minor damage there. T-34 and S-35 are still in the region. ISU-152 is quite wounded. Mortar has been severely wounded. And here comes a Stuksafoos, or Stukadike bomb. And it does decrew the VP, but does not get the guards rifleman. Does get 1 shot up there. 2 Jagd Panzers have been deployed now, eyeing to duel against the S-35s, allow the King Tiger more domineering in the center of the map. Smoke rounds was utilized, but good hit there by the captured mortar. And that guard's rifle completely goes down. The airborne guards, I should say. Grenadier should be winning this fight, but he is going to throw out a satchel charge there. Doesn't even kill the casualty on the ground.
Guards troops ready for action.
More airborne guards have been deployed on out. Try and push his way forward. We got the Grenadiers here, unupgraded, but has Veteran C2. And Stukasfoos now raining on in. Get a direct hit there, thanks to all the recon. Maybe got lucky with that. I know he's been using a lot of recon passes, so I wonder if he actually spot that. Don't think sign of map packs. He's been pretty accurate hitting the Katyushas. Maybe he hadn't moved. I'm not so sure. Just a bit iffy. I always get a little bit cautious when seeing that happen. Does get suppressed there, and here comes Katyusha Barrage raining on top of the MG42.
We have lost an MGT. Stuka straight run available.
Volksgrenadiers starting to make their advance, trying to get some good hits there. Gets a direct hit, received a direct hit from the ISU-152, and Light does force back the conscripts. Jagdpanzers making an advance, 2 versus 1. Both sides send the pen. And oh, that was a stupid dive bomb right there. Jagdpanzer does go down. And that's a good hit there. Rocket run into the King Tiger. Destroys the Eagle Owl once again and absorbed enough rockets there, which probably actually saved the King Tiger. More rocket runs, we got more supply drops, and which the supply drops themselves are getting quite severely damaged. It is possible to destroy them. Does pick up that one. Grenadiers do fall back. The penal PTRSs do fall back as well. Lots of aircraft flying about. He's constantly resupplying his munitions with the supply drops. May have been a good idea to get out some munitions caches. He actually does have munitions caches. He has also 2 fuel caches which seeing his opponent, his teammate also has this right here is a little bit overkill. That's basically 3 fuel caches. You generally don't want to go above 2 in my opinion, and right now they have a massive fuel float. Stuxafus does find a good hit there, and creeping his way up, getting a direct hit there onto the combat engineers. More recon runs. Where are the Panzerwerfers? Panzerwerfers firing, I'm not so sure where. Could be right around here. Sounds like right around here. And he will annihilate that Maxim. On the right side, we've got the T-34 and airborne guards advancing. He does throw out a smoke grenade as S-35s get some great hits there on the Panther.
Stuka ready to strafe enemy troops.
Does destroy the Maxim there. I think they actually missed against the Maxim, but the AoE splash just destroyed it either way. This is a double-equipped guards grenadier with the LMG-34 and the MG-42. Another strafe run coming on in, getting some good damage there onto his forces, and doesn't actually get the suppression there on the penal squad, and destroys the garrison, however. Does drop a PTRS there. Best let the Pioneers pick that up. He doesn't actually have Pioneers anymore. Rock run onto his forces. Let's destroy out another infrared half-track, I believe that is. Not sure what carcass that is. It's a little bit broken, but I think that's another infrared half-track. It definitely was a half-track.
Half-track has arrived on the battlefield.
Does get a good hit there on the Grenadiers, as the Jagdpanzer does send another good pen in return.
Yes, Comrade.
King Tiger's making his advance. So is the Jagdpanzer. Does get a great pen there. King Tiger just needs one more hit there, and I believe it will go down. He can also utilize heat rounds if he so chooses. Mark the target has been utilized, getting some good hits there across both these vehicles. He has actually lost one of the Jagdpanzer. That may have been a Jagdpanzer that actually went down. Stuxafus raining on in. Good hit there onto the conscripts. Apparently those rounds do suppress. Interesting. Did not know that. Stuxafus, not Stuxafus, actual Stuka dive bomb. Getting some damage in. Oh, and a Panzerwerfer goes down to a Katusha barrage. Very nice. This Panzerwerfer is severely wounded as well. Almost a veteran C1. Does get some nice suppression there with another strafing run. And the Grenadiers are not firing off a grenade. And it gets annihilated by all the tanks. Another rocket run rain coming on in. No rest for the wicked. Ooh, and an anti-tank strafing run came in. First time I think we've seen that so far. And it almost took out the ISU-152. Airborne guards making the advance, getting forced back largely thanks to the MG-42 as these Grenadiers are trying to capture the center of the map. Soviet players are down to 54 tickets. The X players have 205. Another Stuxafus barrage onto the sector. great hits there, but the funny thing is, it seems that the recon runs could spot for him, but I don't think. I have a sneaking suspicion that the OKW player may be map hacking. But I have nothing definitive at this point. There's just a lot of red flags being raised that are neither Soviet nor his player color. Heat rounds was utilized and finds the teller mine there. Guess the teller mine actually finally did something. Jagdpanzer getting some great damage there. Does find a AT grenade there from the conscripts. Su-85 does go down. The Soviet players are dropping vehicles. The OKW player may need to get out some more infantry. He's a bit close to pop cap. Losing the mechanical warfare wouldn't be a massive deal. Good hit there, a really good hit. And I heard a stupid dive bomb. I'm not so sure where it landed, but this T-34-76 does go down to the Jagdpanzer. Now got a vet for Jagdpanzer. Both of them could camouflage forward. Getting some good damage in there. Forcing back the ISU-152. Finish could wipe it out the current raid. ISU-152 needs, it does have armor-piercing rounds loaded. It has prioritized firing. Rocket run come in. Those guys are very stacked up, getting some great damage in. The mark target came on the wrong guy. The other one was camouflaged. Panther getting some good damage in. Could blitz on forward to take out the T-34. Does have Grenadiers here to support. Not a very healthy Grenadier, but Grenadiers nonetheless. But Magenda's being a bit passive. Suksa now raining on in. Though I think our last round may not have been built. Again, gets that one abandoned. But again, that just seemed a little too precise. We have seen a lot of recon runs, but they don't last very long. That just seemed a little too precise. Does take out that Katusha with the Panzer Warfers, the abandoned one. ISU-152 is now Vector C3. We got now Vet 3 at Su-85 as well. Guards airborne have been dispatched out of that garrison.
We have only 50 points remaining.
And we got the ISU-152 still being loaded up, high explosive rounds trying to hit these Pioneers. It doesn't have the Pinto mount, which may have been decent at this point in time against the Pioneers. Even then, it's not really that effective. Though I really don't know how effective it is, because there's only 2 units can get the Dishka Pinto mount. More rounds into the MG-42. Got a nice suppression run onto the Guards riflemen. The Guards, airborne Guards. Blah. PO squads are making their advance, getting some good damage there on the Grenadiers, forcing it back, and now we can focus firing the destruction of the MG-42. Stugus comes in for another barrage. Good hits there on the Su-85. Su-85 gets annihilated by this firing line. And the Zisk gun's down to a sliver of health. Has one for barrage raining on it. Will likely take out the Zisk gun, but no, does not. And the Obsasson goes down as well. Rocket rocket run onto the King Tiger, almost going down, but does go down to the Su-85. Does roll bounce there, rolls another bounce there. Best use heat rounds against the ISU-152. Good hit there on the T-34-76 as the Panthers push his way forward. Su-85 is in the region as well. He needs a blitz. And right now he's prone to being wiped. He does get another hit there. He should be able to escape on out of there.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
And now we do have, looks like another strafing run does pin down the combat engineers.
Victory is in our grasp. The enemy has 25 points remaining.
Good hits there onto the MG-42. And does throw a smoke grenade there with the airborne guards, but the regular grenadiers are stopping the point from being captured for the moment. There's a double capture against the Soviet player, so they're counting it down quite quickly. Grenadiers need to get back on that point. They actually need to do full retreat right now. He's about ready to lose them. He will likely lose them. Very, very close range transport barrage. Doesn't stop the point from being captured, but does annihilate it from preventing it from being fully captured. And right now there's still a single capture against the Soviet players, so they're counting down very quickly. They're down to 5 tickets. Salto charge has been thrown. And the ISU-150 wipes out the Sturm Pioneers. All points are currently neutralized, and Central Point is being captured by the Soviet players, so is this point. We eventually could see a Sturm Tiger by the OKW player, but let's see saving up for another King Tiger. Unless this force fire destruction of the Zis gun takes it out. Another airstrike coming on in. I was sort of surprised they had vision right there. On the right side, we got this squad also suppressed. And there goes the Su-85.
Adjust a new target.
Conscripts who are not going to be capturing it at that point. And we got some reinforcing the Oberstdorfen. Triple capture in favor of the Soviet players. They need to hold that as long as possible. They have 3 tickets remaining, which is still greater than 0, so they're not completely out of the game, but they're pretty close. T-34-76 pushing on its way forward, does get one shot at the Grenadiers. PAC-40 does roll a miss there. We got the MG-42 also in the region, but of course it cannot do much versus T-34-76. King Tiger and Panzerwerfers and Panther making their advance. Both of these Jag Panzers have the hold fire state. Heat rounds have been loaded for some odd reason. Pino PTRS, maybe I go for a sticky satchel, but looks like they're unable to. Schuxafus raining on in this general area. Games good hits there on the combat engineers. Conscripts cannot hold the point when the King Tiger's in the region. On the left side, we got the Grenadiers holding the point. Guards, airborne, are getting suppressed by the MG-42. Got a strafing run by the Wehrmacht player. And a strafing run coming on in as well. Does get a hit there that is spotted by the marked target because it does spot camouflaged units. Does get one pen there. No heat rounds being utilized at the moment. Now heat rounds being utilized upon the retreat. Multiple hits there onto ISU-152. That's gonna be dead. Those heat rounds are ripping them apart.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
T-34 was unable to stop the capture. At this point, we'll be capturing up, and there's now the 3 tickets now down to 2 tickets. It should be 1, then 0. Looks like they're casting the GG. And that's the end of the replay. This is Comrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.